So we made it to the swim beach at Elkhead Reservoir. There were a bunch of people here when we got here, and then after about an hour, people are clearing out and going home. So we almost have the whole swim beach to ourselves. It's kind of secluded on the other side of the lake from where we're camped, and it's in a little cove where there's a little wind back here, but it's not too bad. Perfect weather for swim beach. If you have a boat, you can water ski here. Jet ski. Got a pretty good boat ramp. Didn't seem like it was really crowded. We've been here for 3 days. Seems like the traffic flow at the boat ramp goes pretty good. Plenty of parking. I don't know if they get real busy or not, but this weekend hasn't, or this week, today is Friday, hasn't been too bad. There's not a whole lot of campers here. Man, I see a lot of crawdads around here. So here's what I come to realize here at Elkhead State Park. For somebody who's fishing the bank, there's not a whole lot of shore access that's like convenient or really easy to get to. So for a guy in flip-flops and shorts heading through vegetation like this to get to the shore is a little tricky. There's also a lot of cactus down in there, I've noticed. So there's probably, the places to fish on this end. I'm down here by the dam. It's kind of few and far between. They actually have a parking area over that way. You can kind of see the wooden structures. You can park there, and there's a little trail that heads down to the beach where I was fishing. And everything else is pretty difficult to get to. You'd have to bushwhack through all that greenery to get to any of that bank. Ideally, if you have a boat, this is the place to come. And then over on the far shore, it's a lot of the same. We went down to the swim beach yesterday. You could fish a couple of areas next to the reservoir down that way, but you can't really fish on the swim beach. There's very little trail that goes like closer to the water. So they have the trail like several feet up off of the edge of the shoreline. So anyway, I think I'm gonna call it for fishing here. I went out yesterday, went out today, I've seen a couple fish jump. Haven't been able to catch anything.
Steak, potatoes,
Green beans.
and green beans.
With this awesome view of the reservoir.
Can you hear the red-winged blackbirds?
And the dog.
And the red-winged blackbirds.
And the red-winged black dog. Oh, I mean black.
And something's eaten most of mine.
And your potatoes as well.
Potatoes are going away.
Just making sure there's no flies on yours, right?
All right, so Elkhead State Park. Elkhead Reservoir State Park. I think it's a state park for boaters.
I give it a 2 out of 5 stars.
2 out of 5. Yeah.
Good wildlife.
2 for the swim beach.
Yes, the kids enjoyed the swim beach.
If I had my kayak here, I would give it probably a 4. If I had my kayak here and I caught some fish, I'd give it a 5.
View of the lake is really pretty.
Yeah. And being in July, it's really hot.
Yeah, July might not have been the best time to come.
But we got to try out the brand new campground.
This is true. It's only been a month old, she said.
And we brought Teddy.
He's getting lots of training.
He was mostly a good boy.
He got too hot. And really, for a Friday, there's only like
Yeah, nobody's
7 boats, and there was only like 3 or 4 throughout the week.
Not bad. I saw a couple fish, but I don't like none of the lures I brought.
The sandhill crane caught a fish.
Just gotta fish like he does.
I guess so. You need a beak.
Need a beak.
Here you go. And a long neck. Kids don't like the fact that there's no signal here.
Yeah,
So
there's
they're a
no
little
cell service.
disconnected.
There's no internet service, which is weird.
That's okay. Faith
For
learned how to
kids.
play Uno.
Yeah, learned how to play some card games.
So sometimes it's worth it to be forced into disconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it.
All right.
That's pretty much
Let's go
it.
home.
See ya.